More on the SX-3700, plus some items in the mail. Good evening, YouTube, here on a Friday. It's 7:35 now. Have the, as you can see, I'm going handheld for this part of this video because it's just impossible for me to get some of these items on the camera on the boom. It just doesn't go over far enough. And I'm going to show you some other things on the front of this and receiver. What you're looking at, if you didn't catch it already, is the gear for the tuner on the other receiver. This is the one with the bad FM, bad solder joint, whatever you want to call it, and that's the one we were missing. Apparently it fell off when I put it up on the bench because when I was looking for one of these black screws, and I'll show you what I was looking for. That was what I was looking for on the floor, and still didn't find it. Plus there was the little spring clip that holds the there's the other thing I lost. That fell off, the other one. You know, I've got two of them, so I've lost the other one now. So that was one of the other things that I lost on the floor. So those will probably turn up later, as this did. So now this is what I need to get the other tuner going. I believe I may work on that after I work on this. But that's what that is, and I'm going to put that in a bag or something so I don't lose it. You know me, I tend to lose things. So let me do that, and like I said, we'll look at this other thing I want to show you. Alright, back here on the at the bench again. You can see this is the one I just put the volume control in. There it is right there. And I started to put this together, but I noticed when I was flipping these switches, because they flip when you move it around and things like that. So I was flipping them around, and this one here, both are dirty. They do affect the sound output, so I want to get that back off. I've only got two screws and the three nuts on the potentiometer shafts to take off, and it will come back off. Now, I did get this in, and I was hoping, and I doubt that it'll let me, but if it does, let me pull it out far enough to leave that on there. I'm going to try, but I don't think it'll work. But it wasn't that hard to get on there, so it's no big deal if I have to take it off again, so that's no big problem. There's you can see that, I think you can see that moving around in there, that string. That's where that had to go back in on the other one, and it did get back in there, so that shouldn't be a problem. So again, like what I'm doing is I'm going to take this black thing off again, and use the deoxit to douse those switches, and I might as well do the other pots while I'm at it. You know, it just makes good sense, I think, to go ahead and do that and be done with it. And so that's the plan, and like I said, that's what I'm going to do on that. The other item I'm working on, as you can see, I have my duct tape in here. I'm going to work on this wire for my mood lights, as I like to call them. And I'm going to use that tape to take those shelves and put the wire in and let that stick, hold the wires over there and go all the way around it like this. You can see them, they stick out right there, and they go over here. I'll make a loop on that thing there and make it come out over there, and then I can trim it up as I need to and put the switch on it over there. Anyway, I got to get that situated there so the plug-in for the USB fits down there on that, and make sure that works properly. And then I'll just go ahead and go from there, and then, like I said, I'll clean the shelves off before I put the tape on, and I'll put the tape on the top, and then I'll run the wires over, and then I'll run the tape down on the top of the wires while I hold it steady. Hold it, what's the word I'm looking for? Tight, I guess, taut, whatever you want to say. And it will just go around here straight across and go this way. And I know I've got my head on my... Go this way. Like I said, that's the way it's going to go. and that should get me over there where I need to be. And like I said, that's what I'm going to do. So that's that. So I'm just playing around again with this little tripod handle, and it seems to be working pretty good. So I'm happy with that. So I'm trying not to gonna make too many videos on this. I've already made a bunch, and I'm trying to cut back a little bit and go back to maybe doing something else. And one of the things, I got the brass tubes in today. I can show you them. Just hang on just a second. Okay, as promised, here are the brass tubes. Got these in the mail today from Ace Hardware. As you can see, this is the 1/4 inch one here. That's for the outer part of the probe. It's a single in there, and then the other one is I believe there's 3 in there. 3? Yeah, I think so. But these are the 3/32 ones, and yeah, 3 pieces right there. So these will go inside that, and like I said, they'll have shrink tube around them, and that's the way they're going to work. So those are in for that part, and I've got just about everything I need. I thought today I was going to get the enclosure for the probe, and I was hoping I did, because I was going to start working on that, but I didn't get it. I thought it was coming, but like I said, it didn't come in. So I guess I can still work on the circuit board. I just won't be able to do the probe actual probe until I get the other part in, because I want to make sure I've got my holes cut and lined up and things like that before I go to putting that in. So going to do that, and like I said, that's what we're trying to get accomplished. So before I do anything else, I think I want to work on that wire over here, and we'll come back and show you what that looks like. Alright, well, what you can see here is all of the front panel is back on the actual black panel, not the front panel, but the black panel, this one here. It's got all the screws it needs in there, and I did leave out a couple because this one here is, to me, unnecessary, because this one here holds that in just fine. And you got one on the bottom. It's the same on each end. These switches here only had one only had one screw in them to begin with. Each switch had one screw. Same with these two here. So the only ones I haven't got in yet is the ones in the center, and that's going to be the difficult ones. I don't even know if I can get it in there now, but like I said, that's the way it's working. You can see down here I got these screws in. I think you can. Those in there, and those are in there. So that's working well. Working very well. Everything is as it should be. And like I said, the only thing I've got left to do is that. And I'm going to look at it. I've already done this once, put it together, and didn't like the way it fit. And I didn't have these lined up good. Now these are lined up good. This is not lined up. So if it ain't one thing, it's 10 others. You know how that works. So anywho, that's what we've got so far. I still haven't got on to the wiring that I wanted to do, but I can do that tomorrow. It's not a big deal. Tomorrow's Saturday, I guess, so that'll work. Again, working fine.
No, and I think there's been a lot of disappointment that there hasn't been, there hasn't been policies that are, or a plan targeted.
So everything's working. These switches now work static free, or
$3 billion
show you what I'm talking about.
Projects, which that means we're going to get more.
Before, when you did that, when you put them up, they would just crackle, and
more roads, more bridges.
This one, I don't know what that one does.
And it's employing a lot of people.
These two here turn the sound off.
So
anyway,
is that less than 4% of those people trying to get into
balance works fine.
Training, apprenticeships.
There's right.
In construction.
There's
and
left.
Other infrastructure jobs.
No static in the controls at all.
Less than 4%.
So,
but I mean, surely there's been.
That's the way it's working.
Industries
so,
where.
Very happy about that. Very happy. And like I said, this thing here, once I get the other piece in, like this piece here, I've got to clean this stuff here. It's obviously dirty. But once I get these lined up, at least one screw in there. I think I've got one hole there I can see, I think. And if I can get that lined up, then I'll go ahead and use that hole and put one screw in there, because that really doesn't need anything, just to keep that middle bar steady is all it needs to do. So, alright, that's going to do me. You guys, I may be done with this, and I may not. I don't know. We'll see. I am back once more. It is, let's see, after 9, I know that. 9:19 now in the evening. I went ahead and took out the E-caps, the main filter E-caps. These are some hefty little jobbies here. 8200 at 50 volts. As you can see, they are Nishikon. They're probably just fine. But you know, as old as this is, I feel better replacing the filter caps on the main power supply, because you know, it just makes sense. There's two of them. Both of them are the same, 8200. These are the 3-lead type. Now these only use 2 of the leads, obviously. You can see there, there's the plus side there. There's the minus side. This is the stability lead here. And on this one, the plus is on this side and minus on this side, and the stability is here. Now the ones that you get these days don't have that third lug, but they still work the same way. And solder holds them in there just fine. So I don't see any problem with those at all. And like I said, I got Bob on the case. He'd already went to bed, but I know he doesn't go right to bed when he says he's going to bed, so I told him that I was looking for some. If he wanted to look for some tomorrow, in the morning, he gets up a lot earlier than I do, so I thought that would be a good job for him. You know how it is. Bob likes to do stuff like that, so I figure, well, that's fine with me. Not really caring too much about what I replace these with. Like I said, I'm selling this unit, and so, you know, really don't see, as long as they're a quality cap, I'm not going to put a piece of junk in there, but you know what I'm saying. So that's going to do me, I think. Like I said, it's getting kind of late. I think I'm going to call it quits. Call it an evening, and go and look for the other item that I'm going to be working on. I may do that. I've been looking at this. Let me show you this real quick. That's just a little bit hard to see there, but you can see when I turn this, there's a little piece that goes on the back of that gear, in addition to what I found. So I don't know if that's available here, or I don't know what it looks like a stop of some kind. It just sort of goes around, and then it gets to a certain point, and it causes the basically the tuning drum. I'll go the other way where you can see it'll stop. Right there is a stop, so it doesn't go any further than that. Now going back the other way, again the same thing happens. You see that thing coming back around there. You can see it. I think that little tab. And when it gets to a certain spot, there you go, right there, it's stopped. So basically that's what I'm up against. I'm pretty sure I don't have all of that, but I may have to get underneath the desk and look closer and see if that's under there. And hopefully it is. You know, you never can tell. So anyway, that's all I've got going here. And like I say, you guys, going to close this out. You guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I know what the other thing was. Saturday sales. Now I'm going to do one this Saturday because I haven't actually got rid of the other one. And until that's gone, I'm not going to do another one. But I am thinking about what to sell next. This has crossed my mind. I might put a blurb about it if anybody wants it. Give them a good deal on it. So, like I said, that's what I may do. I don't know, but if not, it'll be another piece of test equipment. Possibly the BKE 200D. That's one of the things, and the ICO 377 is another thing that I want to probably get rid of as quick as I can. When I say that, I mean I need the space. I'm going to again work on that BK970 radio analyst, get that installed over here on this side, and have that in addition to the rest of the bench power supply and you know, everything else I've got going here. So that's what I'm doing, and like I said, we'll see probably next Saturday before I do anything more with that. So I'll keep you guys posted. You guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.